there in the chat. You guys, I assume, are going to want a kind of like a standoff to start off Hardpoint with, as they do ban Firing Range and Summit. I think, well, Divinity I'm surprised they actually banned Summit, because Divinity did do pretty well on Summit. We're going to be playing on Crash, actually, and that's something really interesting to take point. A lot of teams I've noticed, like especially from Malaysia, do like playing Crash when it comes to Hardpoint.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe because the server kind of dishes out Crash to us quite often, so we're kind of used to that map already, right? But let's look at Search and Destroy, because in game number 2, regardless of who wins, the person or the squad that loses will be looking to pick it back up, and Divinity will go ahead to pick Crossfire after they ban a Firing Range off, and Summit this time banned by Resurgence. So they don't want to play these maps on separate game mode. So it's quite interesting the way they take it up against each other.
Either of this team kind of seems like they don't want to play Summit right now. And there again, Divinity banned Summit, and it almost seems like, as they banned Crash, which was their initial pick on Hardpoint, I think the reason why they did that is because Resurgence are, they're quite ready to play a Crash. Well, game number 1, and as we go to Firing Range for map number 3, they don't want Divinity to be able to read what they do in Crash and then repel it when it comes to a map number 3. So they want to play a 3-0 sweep. What are we
3-0 sweep, Divinity Uprising. I'm sorry, man. I'll tell you why, because if it was Resurgence against NRX Jeremiah 29-11, I'll say, I'm sorry, NRX, it is going to be the Malaysians, right? But it's because I've seen this happen before. Divinity Uprising going up against Malaysia. Singapore happens just to be the better one. But when Malaysia takes on Philippines, Malaysia happens to be the better one. And when Philippines fights Singapore, what do you expect to happen there, right? They will lose to the Malaysians, but they get the win over Singapore. So it's a three-way relationship between these three squads, which is just, it's frustrating, man.
It kind of seems like it's almost rock, paper, scissors, right? As we go into it, and with your prediction of 3-0, it kind of doesn't seem too unlikely, considering Divinity have a great opening start here. Resurgence has been able to take the point back away from Divinity, but that, I don't believe that's going to be lasting too long now, as they finally cleared off the point here from the top of the big tower. It does seem like Divinity Uprising are gearing up for a take, and they do finally have the control back in their hands.
Well, with the 23-8 lead thus far, they look like they are definitely the better squad, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Divinity Uprising, and it is none other than Heaven with the 4 frags thus far, and he seems to be having a great day. Smokey comes in here, taken down real quick. Here comes Shut Up, and he will be looking in here for the hard point. Divinity Uprising, still the better squad. Resurgence haven't been able to run away from the 8-point mark just yet.
I mean, they are already here at a pretty commanding 30-point lead over Resurgence. So Divinity Uprising doing pretty well so far. They do have firm control here. I like his position, although Smokey's able to find Arfan. I think that was a good position for him to be playing initially. Incendio does go down to Derp, and he's able to find a second kill. Smokey trying to chime in with an assist of his own, and Resurgence to take the point in return. But Derp, oh my god, Smokey! He just plays up close with that shotgun and makes full work of the firepower it brings.
I mean, quite honestly, Heaven deserved that shot right in the chest, right? He was dominating there a little bit too long. He was quite bullying the Resurgence players, and that was the end of it. Smokey had to put an end to it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. 52-30, Resurgence look like they can catch back up. I mean, it's a fact, they can definitely do it. I mean, they need about halfway through 1 point, but Divinity Uprising, they are not going to be allowing them to do that, because the next hard point, the third hard point, has been picked up by none other than the Singaporeans.
The Singaporeans are definitely seeming to conquer right now over Resurgence. Resurgence, will they have an uprising against Divinity is a question. That is what they need to try and bring it back here against the Singaporeans. And so the Malaysian squad right now kind of faltering in this engagement. Divinity Uprising do have control here of the bottom of the shop, and that is a very strong position for them to be holding here in the Crash map. Shadab is going to try and do something about it, though. He's able to find the frag, to be able to continue to hold control here of the bottom of the shop. Hardpoint, Resurgence are too far away from even stopping this to happen.
And you want to know what surprises me about Divinity Uprising, Nico? Is that even if these boys don't play together all the time, their synergy in the squad is just so amazing because you know the Singaporeans, right? Almost all of them have to go in there for their national service. Most of them are they go to work, they go to colleges, they have to study. They don't really have the time to sit down and play full time all the way through. But yet they are one of the best in the world at the moment. Divinity Uprising with the 93-49 lead on Resurgence, but it's Resurgence with the hard point this time. 40 points away, too easy. DVT better watch out.
Enemy in sight.
Well, Resurgence do finally have some points going their way, but once again, while the points aren't too far away from each other, I really do think that that can, confuse people and kind of, misalign people in thinking that the game is pretty close, because Divinity Uprising are actually more in control than they let on right now. It's only right now that Resurgence have actually, finally taken some points away, but I still do think firmly, like in the game itself and throughout the entire metagame, Divinity do have that advantage. They only just now don't have the proper response to be able to contest this hard point, but when it does flip back over, it's going to flip to exactly where Divinity are right now, which is the top spawn, and so that's going to help give them the control once again. You can see Divinity are already camping this because they know the hard point is about to switch and flip over to their side.
Okay, so this is the decider, right? Can Divinity Uprising win the game? Because with this hard point, with a full-on lockdown, they get about 60 points, which is more than enough to put them over game number 1. So, and that is exactly why, just like you said, Nico, Resurgence was allowed to catch up. Resurgence was allowed to catch up with those points. Divinity Uprising planned this whole thing out. The only thing that can mess up their plans is if Resurgence pulls off a crazy attack. But it doesn't seem possible though, because look at the number of kills DVT has on their end. The score streaks galore will just rain upon the Malaysians if they do come in there to attack.
Ooh, what a great shot there with the Annihilator by Smokey. Smokes him out of return. And so Resurgence are going to have to try and make something here. They're actually doing a pretty valiant effort considering there is a Goliath inside the hard point right now. But still, it's going to be a very hard endeavor for them to... Cluster strikes are going to be raining down on any pushes from the Resurgence side. As the mortars come down, there's nothing they can really do and make the push happen. 147, and they're going to firmly get map number 1 in the pocket. Divinity Uprising taken 1-0.
What a methodical victory for the Singaporeans. I mean, that was a game played to perfection, right? Because it's not like DVT took on an amateur squad. They took on the Resurgence Malaysia, right? The best squad from Malaysia. And they made it look so freaking easy. They gave KLASIKO Rampage, just like how Divinity has won over Resurgence. So we will keep you guys updated. It's gonna be search and destroy in a bit, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And this will be the opportunity for Resurgence to make their comeback. If they lose this as well, unfortunately, they have to eat a very bitter donut.
Know that you can have them because when you do,
yeah,
afterwards we're going to be firmly
nothing changes.
Yeah, nothing's gonna. Doesn't matter at the end of it. So
exactly.
Going to fire, push and destroy.
But that's such a low blow, though, if you ask me, Nico.
It kind of is.
The arrogance is unbelievable, but they're just that good. They're just that good. Irfan J goes in to take Derp down first. That's the first blood, ladies. Oh! And an immediate comeback. Eds as well as Raven taking Incendio as well as Heaven down. It looks like it's going to be a 4-on-2 situation with Shut Up getting taken down by Smokey as well. It is not a good attack being set up by Divinity Uprising. Resurgence are well in control. It's a 4-on-1 situation. Irfan J, I tell you, buddy, give it up. It is a Resurgence's point.
What a round from Resurgence. Okay, so typically, you'd see some teams, they potentially hold all towards the entire A side when they're in a defend, and then, be able to get a crossfire across the street towards the B side and deny the plan from there. Or some teams like playing a sniper inside Bakery to be able to try and get the wall bangs towards anybody planting towards the B site. And you can see they're doing that right now. In this case, there's 3 defenders for Resurgence towards Bakery. But that first round, they pushed up so aggressively that I don't think Divinity were necessarily expecting that coming out of the first round of the game. And so Smokey is able to find a frag here in the Shadap. And that is a good start here from Resurgence once again.
Well, although it is a good start, can they keep it up? Because a 4-on-5 5. There you go, Incendio, just making things even a little bit by taking Raven down. A 4-on-4 push right now. Cord has got the bomb, but he's not going to make those mistakes. And Derp, as he takes Cord down, the bomb on the ground, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It looks like Resurgence, just like Nico said, might just take this round. Incendio comes in, he picks the bomb back up, but how much can he get done? Resurgence has pushed so far up to Bravo, it doesn't look like Divinity is going to be able to plant this bomb.
Yeah, Incendio, there's no way he can walk down out of that staircase without getting crossfired. And so he knows that he can't push the issue, and he has to try and find some other avenue of attack. I think in this case, they can go for an A-side take. They do have enough time to make it happen, and there's one defender on top, yes, of A-side, but if they do clear him out, then that is going to help their cause. For now, though, Bravo's site is a bit too tight for them to really try and push into. And so I really think the objective here that they should be going for is the alpha site. If they can find a pick, and they do find Heaven, and Ranger will find another frag, Eds will go down before any executes happen towards any site. Resurgence, 2-0 right now over Divinity.
Well, there you go, Resurgence. They want to put up a fight, and looks like they can definitely put up a fight. Now, remind me again, Nico, if I'm not mistaken, this was Divinity's map pick, right?
This is... No, it was Resurgence's map pick. Divinity got the... Oh, no, let me correct myself. Yes, it is Divinity's map pick. Resurgence got the first map pick. Now it's Divinity's side, and it seems like, the opposing team who did not get the map pick seems to almost play better on the opponent's map pick.
Yeah. Yeah, so it could be that the mind games just went a little bit wrong here, because obviously they both kind of hated the exact same maps, but they went back and forth, and it looks like Divinity has kind of put themselves at a disadvantage on this map pick. Resurgence doing quite well, but of course we can't get too excited, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. There is still 4 more rounds that Resurgence needs to prove themselves on. Let's see exactly what goes to happen.
Of course, Divinity are also on the attacking side, and, Crossfire is a bit more defender-sided, so it's going to be quite difficult for them to try and make this actually happen on the attacking side. If Shadab is able to find Smokey, that's going to bring it down to a 4v3 situation. Shadab, he's trying to find another one. Will he? Up close, though, but the sniper rifle is all he needs. Even up close, as you said, it's like a mini shotgun. These guys don't care no matter what range they're engaging in, and that is finally a first round on the board for Divinity.
And it was a very, very well played round, a point well deserved. And Nico, these shotguns are firing off, and it wasn't even a shotgun, man. These snipers firing off like shotguns. Absolutely crazy the way these guys played. Shut up going in for a push. He needs to be careful. Smokey right in front of him, but Smokey gets smoked instantaneously. He's going to be caught on the left, pushing in towards Eds. Eds might be in trouble unless he goes in on Derp! Taken down, but Ranger will go in for the trade on Shut Up instantaneously, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Heaven making a quick flank around the back is going to be caught right here at the bomb site. Bravo, is it going to be a quick plant? It looks like Divinity hasn't been able to go in for even one quick plant in this game, which is so surprising, right? But it's like you pointed out, Nico, it's more of a defensive map, so maybe that's why Resurgence kind of has the advantage here. So let's see exactly what happens when we go in for this switch in a bit.
The thing is, AJ, Resurgence know that even though they're playing on the defensive side, they're not going to let that, just be the sole factor of why they were going to try and win. As Divinity do take a second round here, Resurgence are also, playing aggressively, even on the defensive side. It's been working for them the first 2 rounds, but for now, it seems like Divinity have kind of caught on to what they've been doing, rather, and it's kind of, the reads are starting to come in for Divinity to the point that where they've been able to call out where they're going to peak rather, as a pick comes out for Incendio. He goes down, and that's already a good start from Resurgence. The snipers here on the derp has been working out quite well. He's now moved towards the bottom green car at bottom street, and so moving away from Bakery, I don't know how much that adjustment from crossing one side to the other is going to help his case. I still think that even after that pick, he should have played towards the Bakery side. But for now, it does seem like they are more on a side focused defense.
Well, Divinity better do something great here, because it's the last opportunity for them to go onto the attacking side, because the attacking side always calls the pace of the game, right? Now, Resurgence, when they get a hold of the game, I don't know how they are going to do, but thus far, DVT has not been taking advantage of their position. It comes Derp MW11. He goes in for the push. He is still in here focusing on those wall banks as Smokey takes Cord down. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, 2 players from DVT have been eliminated. and DVT will continue to be pushed back. What an impressive gameplay by Resurgence.
Oh, there is Derp getting a great fire shot, and he's not able to deny the plant, but he does not need to. The fuse is going to go off, and that's going to be a round to Resurgence to close off the first half. 3-2, the closest scoreline you can get in a half, and we're going to be moving over. Will Resurgence be able to play their defensive side? I mean, rather the attacking side as good as their defensive side? That is the question. I do think Divinity Uprising do have a good chance of, coming back into this one and pulling away, though, as we know that they are a great defensive team all around as well.
Well, they seem to be going in for a quick alpha push, a 4-1 split right now, with Heaven kind of falling back as the sniper, waiting for the cross. 4 players over at alpha side for Resurgence, but here comes the mix-up as Shut Up gets taken down by Raven, and Divinity will be falling back. Resurgence with a good mid-smoke as they make the crossover towards Bravo. We are going to be seeing a plan here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. 3-2 right now, and Resurgence should be able to take it away. And Derp gets taken down, unfortunately. And it doesn't look like Resurgence was expecting that takedown now, were they? I mean, they thought they could go in there for the bomb plant. And here we go. This is attempt number 2. And this time, it is done well. Heaven coming in, but Ranger goes in for Incendio. But what a flick by Heaven on a Ranger. A 3-on-3 situation. Heaven needs to recover just a little bit. But the bomb only has 31 seconds on the clock, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Nico, run us through, bro. Tell us if you think this is going to happen, because it looks like Divinity is not gonna be able to do it.
Well, I don't think they do have a good chance. Well, they're able to find Smokey, and that's exactly what they need. This is now suddenly a winnable situation. They do have 13 seconds left on the clock. They have to make the rework happen, but RSG are just going to shut them down. It's going to be the last one left alive. Heaven here. He initially had the good position to try and make this happen, but Ez is going to find him. While he did have a good opening position there, Heaven, in the end, he's going to be sent back down to the fires of hell, and that is going to be a single round away for match point here for Resurgence.
Yeah, a 3-piece victory, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. A 3-piece win on that round. A good performance by Eds from Resurgence. A 4-2 lead right now the Malaysians have over their brothers from across the causeway. Are we going to be able to see Singapore make a stellar comeback in here? It will be possible, but with Resurgence on the attack, it just seems not probable at all. Smokey this time will be coming in here together with the bomb. Are they going to be able to go in for a quick plant? Because so many smokes have already been laid, but it is towards Divinity's side.
I don't know how soon Resurgence are going to catch on to this, but Divinity Uprising have so far 2 rounds in a row now did this exact same defensive setup that they did during the last round. And so the way they play it is 1 player towards B, he is playing towards Bakery. The 4 players towards A side, 1, Heaven, the sniper rifle, playing inside Ruin to cover Cord, who is going to be playing inside Bakery. As they do get the plant off, though, here in the B side, that's all going to be a moot point because, well, it's going to be a 3v3 situation. Incendio, he's going to have to find the frag here, but coming in from Bakery, it's going to be very difficult. Although he's going to find Derp, he's going to get traded out immediately by Ranger. And as Ranger finds that frag, it's going to be now a 2v1. Make that a 1v2 Raven, the last one left alive. Will he soar above, or will he get found? Well, the note has been delivered to him, and he's going to get found. Divinity Uprising do take a 3rd round of the board to stay alive here and not give up match point just yet.
Yep, too easy, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, with Smokey on their side right now, replacing Wen, who has departed from the squad. It looks like the team Resurgence Malaysia, they are going to be continuously performing in here at the Search and Destroy. Smokey, the brand new signing for Resurgence Malaysia. It looks like he is going to be the MVP. With the bomb right now, Divinity, they are trying to catch up to the Malaysians. 4-3, but it doesn't look like it's out of Divinity's hands just yet now. Nico, is it?
No, definitely not. I mean, Divinity, they're doing the exact same setup once again. Heaven playing towards the Ruins. Cord here inside of the bakery, or butcher now as you call it, but classically this place was called Bakery or Cafe. And so going for the wall bangs. The genius of this position is that, Heaven all the way from Ruins with the sniper rifle can support Cord, knowing that he can't get pushed from the side because of the fact of the position by Heaven. Derp goes down there with a great pick by Shadab, I believe, and so Heaven's able to find another kill. Smokey taken down. He is a very good find, and Shadab is able to find one of his own. These are exactly the type of plays that Divinity needs to pull out, and that's what they're doing. 4v2 situation, Eds is taking down very low. He's taking down finally Ranger, the last one left alive here in this situation. 1v4 on top of the corner house, and he's going to get found. Incendio shuts it down. That's going to be now 4-4 on the board We are now at an all-tie game here, ladies and gentlemen.
And this is what kind of makes me fear Resurgence the most, right? And not fear in a good way for Resurgence at all. I mean, fear for Resurgence as a Malaysian supporting his home team, right? Resurgence always, they rise up to the occasion at the start of matches. They do so well. And just when you think they've got it all sorted, they have the track record of dropping the ball towards the last minute. So hopefully this is not one of those times. Hopefully this is not one of those scenarios as well. They have the bomb, they have the plant. It's a 4-4 situation and 32 seconds on the clock. But Raven with the 2 Ps in there so far, and they will make it 5-4. So well played, Resurgence. One more round with the exact same performance. Can we see it?
A good adjustment there from Resurgence to stop the rotates coming in from the side of Divinity. And now they're going to be on the attacking side. They're going to have to do that once again here. The question is, are Divinity going to be able to bring it to the final round? Cord with the trophy system placed down here. They're doing the exact same setup again on their defensive side here for the side of Divinity. I don't know if Resurgence have caught on to this yet, but hoping for their sake that after that last round they have. You can see a player here towards top street, and that is kind of a default position because it's a very strong position for one to be playing on the attacking side. They're going to try and go for a B-side take here. They do have the smokes and the utility to make it happen. Derp, if he can find his pick towards Cord, that's going to be huge. But for now, cannot land the shots, and that is going to let Cord just, you know, go prone and bunker down.
Well, DVT still trying to catch up to the Malaysians, but it looks like Malaysia has got such a crazy hold on this game, right? Resurgence, Derp finally takes Cord down. Although Cord knew those shots were coming in, well, Derp, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Incendio from Divinity, he gets taken down as well. A beautiful 2-piece, making it a 5-on-3 right now. Divinity might just have seen the destruction of their squad, but no, Shut Up takes down the captain of Malaysia. Ranger has been removed from the equation. Derp trying to go in for another one, but he gets taken down by Shut Up. Immediately traded out by Raven though from Resurgence. A 3-on-1 right now with Irfan J. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what a play from Malaysia. Resurgence have fought back and they will continue to rise. Well, hopefully, because it is a 1-1 situation as of now.
Definitely so. I mean, I don't think anybody was expecting Resurgence to take a map from Divinity. Of course, I'm sure they have fans out there who are very happy right now. But Divinity, this is the first map they've lost this entire group stages. And so, what a feat by Resurgence. I'm sure they're wanting and looking forward to extending that to 2 maps.
They will go on to pick up firing range. So it looks like you were quite...
That might just make it a bit of that much of a difference for the side of Resurgence. But for now, Divinity, I still do think they are in control of the series, but Resurgence are not going to make that easy as we move in here into domination. Early control by both sides on their respective points. Bravo is what they're going to be trying to wrest away from, but we're going to see who's going to pull away with that.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, with the 3-2. Well, it's not much in there so far, but Resurgence very hopeful to take on both Bravo and Charlie. As you can see, their players have already gone in there for the attempts, and Bravo right now will fall into the Malaysians' hands. And Raven attempting to clearing area, but unfortunately goes ahead and gets taken down. Barracks Hut right now under attack by Incendio. Ranger goes in for the defense. Great job by the captain of Malaysia, but how long can they hold on to their lead? It's not much at all, 14-10, and it's just 6 points in between them.
6 points is, you know, the difference here, and it's not much, so any team could really pull away with this right now. Resurgence, they do have 2 points of lead. Bravo, more importantly, is in their hands, and so if Divinity cannot take that, then it might be, you know, there might be for a world of hurt in this first half. Resurgence, though, are looking pretty good. They do have good positions. Look at the minimap right now. They are quite spread out, and they have all avenues of flanks and attacks covered. Although, after those frags being found there by Shaddam, a double kill going his way, they finally found an opening to try and push here and break the defense of Resurgence, and that's exactly what they need to do. They are going to be pushing towards the alpha side. You can see they're trying to want to wrap around the trailer, and that's exactly what they're trying to do in this situation. But Resurgence have called this, and they're going to stop them from taking it, as Bravo is going to be their main point of contention right now.
Oh, let's go, baby. It is the 42-24. And Nico, I mean, I don't know, man, because thus far it looks like Resurgence, they had quite a great hold on the game, but they've now lost Bravo, desperately trying to claw back at it with still a lead on the board. It looks like they will go ahead to fail because Divinity has just denied it for them, with Heaven coming back in there, taking Smokey out, Derp going in for Irfan J. It's so back and forth between the two squads, but like we always know about the domination games, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's all about who can collect those kills, not only the points, who can collect those kills to torment their opposition with those score streaks galore towards the end of the match, right? Bravo has been captured back, but for how long? Resurgence from Malaysia, they will still continue to fight. They don't want to let this drop.
Resurgence, very aptly named, are having a resurgence of their own. After losing map number 1, it seems like after taking map number 2, they kind of want to take a third map right now, and they are well on the way to doing so. The first half, I think it's safe to say, it's probably going to go to them, and Divinity Uprising are going to try and make that, you know, a bit closer than they would like. Resurgence are going to be able to pull away and at least take the first half going their way, although it's going to be very close. Only really, well, 20 points is a lead that is going to happen, which is a sizable lead, but not something that you can really fall back on. It's not the biggest cushion to work with as we move into the second half. Resurgence are up 20 points.
Well, 75-54 is good enough, but not good enough to keep Divinity from attempting to take over the map, right? So Resurgence, they still need to go in there with their fight, but they've been doing quite well so far, though. Even in terms of those frags, they look like they are kind of getting those numbers, which means the I mean, when it comes to these score streaks galore, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you can expect to see more of Malaysia as they participate. Bravo still not touched. The action is hot in here at the White Warehouse.
Ooh, what a pre-fire there by Cord. He knew that Eds was waiting around the corner and Smokey not in position anymore as he was found to get the trade frag off. But look at this, they're trying to take Bravo control away, but somehow RSG are able to nest control of it. How were they able to, you know, just sustain that long there with not much cover and so much utility dropping down on them? I don't know, maybe the shield helped them out in that endeavor, but for now, Resurgence have once again taken very strong control of Bravo and Charlie. You can see Derp here on top of Tin, or the garage as some people like to call it. He is doing lots of work. He finally goes down, and that's a big player that Divinity needed to get removed off of the game.
Well, Divinity, they were going in for Bravo at that point, but very, very brilliantly, denied by Resurgence. And look at this, right? On the top left-hand corner, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's just RSG after RSG after RSG with those kills. Look at this. Derp as well as Ranger, 17, 16 kills. Smokey right there, 15 kills. Raven right behind them, 13 kills. There you go. Raven finally brings in, it is Ranger who finally brings in the cluster strike. But even if he does, isn't enough, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, because there's so much of Divinity's marker on Bravo already. They are going to be able to get it, and Bravo will go down. Alpha, on the other hand, immediately captured back.
Smokey was dropping some clusters of his own. He's able to find double frags with that. Incendio as well will find a double kill going his way because of those. And while they are currently dominated right now, it seems like Divinity Uprising is to finally take the alpha point in their way, and that's exactly what happened to Shadap. I don't know how he gets away with that frag, but he does. Somehow Derp shut him down though finally, and they still do have very firm control of Bravo and Charlie. It doesn't seem like Divinity have any sort of hope of bringing this one back, as they're already being dominated once again. 20 points is all Resurgence needs to win this map number 3. And AJ, it really does seem like Resurgence are about to take a 2-1 map lead over Divinity Uprising right now.
Oh, to beat the board leaders, right? To beat the group leaders with a full-on lockdown with 6 more points on the board. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Resurgence has finally risen. I mean, it is fear none, respect all. But when it comes to the games at Call of Duty Mobile, they will annihilate their opponents. What I personally expected to be a defeat for Resurgence, they have indeed risen up to the occasion. It wasn't Divinity that was doing any rising up this time, Nico. It was Malaysia all the way. A 2-1 victory, very, very well deserved.
I would not say that it was necessarily a huge upset, but
10,000
nobody
USD a grand prize, right? They will be, well, quite disappointed to lose to Resurgence. But as far as Resurgence is concerned, they will be absolutely proud
ready
of
to show everybody what the final standings of today are. AJ, take it away.
Yeah, exactly, man. Well, on the note of points, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is exactly where we stand. Resurgence still at the very top with the 9 wins thus far, 9 points in total. Well, when we talk about wins, that automatically equals points, all right? Because each win equals 1 point. Divinity Uprising right there behind them with the 9 point as well, leading the board in the second place. Triple V Esports will try to catch up to Resurgence and Divinity Uprising in the third position, 7 points. And NRX Jeremiah, 29-11, surprisingly at the fourth place. But Nico, the bottom 4 on the other hand, buddy, who do we have?
Well, to start things off, we have PDR Reborn, who are a single point away from actually tying themselves all up with the number 3 and number 4 team. So they definitely do have a chance to get into the top 4 if they can knock down either NRX or VVV. VVV Conquerors, though, are a bit of a ways there. They need 2 more points. 7th is KLASIKO Rampage, and 8th at the bottom, with only a single map to their name, is Impunity. Unfortunately for them, they are kind of a long shot right now to make it up to the top 4, but for the side of what we saw there, VVV Esports, they've actually tied